Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Nathan, many congratulations on the win, safely through to the last 16. How would you reflect on that display today?
I've said it in my other interviews. Bobby George once said it, scoring for show, doubles for dough, and I think that has been the epitome of my last two games. I've always been a big scorer. I lose so many games because I'm rubbish at finishing, if I'm deadly honest with you, but so far this tournament, my finish has been absolutely, world class. So if the scoring can come into play next game, or for the rest of the tournament, it'll be very tough to beat. But no, listen, Andrew Gillen's a fantastic dart player. There's no disputing that, and to beat a calibre of that player 4-0, very happy.
And after what's been a difficult season for you, how special does it feel to be back winning games on this stage?
100%. It's I wasn't the most fittest last game, but I got through. I found something inside. I dug deep to get that win, and I spent the last week basically in bed trying to get myself fit and ready to come back to the Worlds, and I felt really good coming into it. But no, listen, it means a lot to me. I've got Kirsty and the girls here now. I just want to put a show on for the fans. I've got to stop getting involved with the fans too much, but it was an amazing atmosphere out there, and I thought I played well in patches. But listen, I'm in the last 16 for the first time since 2020. Yeah. Big step forward.
And you mentioned earlier the finishing, 60% on the doubles today. Plenty of positives to take into that game against Ricardo. Yeah,
definitely. I'm going to have to do it. He's a great player, Ricardo. I'm not going to sit here and think I would have played Ricardo. Rockcross and Van Veen, I thought I'd play one of them. Draws opened, got 2020 vibes, if I'm deadly honest with you, in my head. But listen, I've won that game. I've gone up there, done a job. I spoke to the people that I'm speaking to, like my sports psychologist and my hypnotherapist over the last 24 hours, and we made a conscious effort to try and get a bit of fire in the belly. Try and get that Nathan Rowe back, which I've not had for probably 18 months, probably since the match play. And I did that today, and that definitely got me over the line. And I just feel good, and I'm looking forward to Monday already.
And you're a two-time semi-finalist here. Ricardo has never been into the last 16 before. How important could that big stage experience be for you, do you think?
I don't think it matters nowadays, if I'm deadly honest with you. I think we play that many TV games. Ricardo's won a Euro Tour. I've not won a Euro Tour. He's a fantastic dart player. And it's going to be great because obviously the German fans love the darts, and I think it's going to be a nice little divide on Monday. I think there's going to be a lot of football vibes going on, but yeah, that's me. I love all that atmosphere, and I can't wait for Monday, and hopefully clip the two together and put in a great show. Cheers.
Nathan, congratulations. You spoke about being yourself again on stage, and we noticed it with Gezzy last night as well. You two, everyone used to talk about the testosterone when you two played, but you both kind of got into your shell and then both come out of it. Do we need characters, and do we need players like yourself doing that more?
What do you think?
Yeah,
exactly. So I think darts now is that a lot of money involved, there's a lot of eyes on you, people are just so focused, concentrated. People forget that what darts is. I'll never forget it. The first time I met Barry Hearn, he came and said, "Yeah, you sportsmen, but first and foremost, you guys are entertainers." And people think we're sportsmen. People don't. We're entertainers, and that's what I do. Peter Wright does it. I do it. Kieran Price does it. Yeah, we go in there to win. We go in there to produce our best stuff. But we also go out there to make the public have a good time. They paid the money, have fun, and I think if me, Gezzy, Peter retired tomorrow, I think it'd be a pretty boring place. You got Damon Etta, he's the same with his Walker and Stephen Bunting. You need characters in the game. But yeah, listen, it's not, and it isn't all done for show. It does mean a lot to us, but I think I watched Gezzy last night and Joe. What a 170 by the way. But yeah, what a great game of darts it was, and I took a lot from Gezzy's game last night, how he controlled himself, and yeah, I've done the same today.
You seem to have a moment with a fan. What happened there? Because obviously we can't see it, but he just stopped. He seemed to throw you out of your stride for a minute.
Dave just sat down. I don't know if I can say it, but no, he basically was jugging a jug. Now normally you jug a pint. This guy's drinking a 4-pint jug, and I was just intrigued to see if he could finish it, and he finished it and then got kicked out. So fair play. It was unbelievable.
The match itself.
And then I missed the board, by the way. Going for the 18.
The match itself, you seem to grow into it.
Yeah.
Was there nerves to start with off
100%.
the back of your first round performance that we know you wanted to put on a show?
Yeah, it was, and obviously since that game, I've worked really hard on the scoring, and I just felt so good. Like I say, for me, having Kirsty and the girls with me means everything. And I was just disappointed with how I was playing, and then I walked off at the break and I spoke to one of the officials, and it's like, it's not as bad as you think. I just want perfection, you know, as we all do. We all want to play well, we all want to entertain, and you know, sometimes you do lose the fact of just win. Don't matter how you win, just win that game. You know what I mean? You're into the next round, but you know, I think the first set I started scoring really well. That 101 was huge, but when all's been said and done, I'm sat here talking to you, and Andrew's not. So I'm happy. 4-0. It looks like work. It didn't feel like work, but I'm into the next round. Cheers, mate.
Nathan, well done on the win. You talked a little bit about seeing a sports psychologist. Talk us through the decision to sort of do that, because it's something we're seeing more and more in the sport.
Yeah, I've been speaking to Sean for the night I got Dartitis, which was in Brighton before then. So 3 years I've been speaking to Sean, so it's not a new thing for me. The new thing is the hypnotherapy, which was recommended by Stephen Bunting, and I was a bit sceptical of it, and then I look how good Stephen Bunting's playing, I'm like, I'll give that a go. But I spoke to the hypnotherapy more for my Dartitis, and okay, it's still there in my game, not as bad as it used to be, still there in a little bits, but I've got it under control. And now I think, you know, I say it all the time, I play a lot of golf, I used to play decent level in football. There is no other sport that has the pressure that dart players have on that stage. I don't care what anyone says, and I will stand you in your face and argue that until you understand what I'm saying. The pressure is immense, and you know, more players need to speak to people like that, because it's a very hard place, a very lonely place. It's an amazing place when you're playing well, but you don't play well all the time unless you're Little or Humphreys. But you don't play well all the time, and yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more of it over the next year, 2 years.
I was surprised your record here over the last couple of years isn't a little more strong than it would have been. I mean, how much of a frustration is it that you have captured major tournaments, but you haven't done as well in the biggest one of all? Yeah,
you know what? I blame the fact that I normally cook Christmas dinner. And you might like, for the last 4 years I've done Christmas dinner and not been past the second round or my third round. So this year I said, we'll go out, I don't want any distractions, and I'm not lying, never again. It was no pigs in blanket, no stuffing, no sprouts, 75 quid a head, raging. So I don't care about the darts next year, I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah. Congratulations, Nathan. You've already slightly alluded to it already, but a year ago, Luke Humphreys played Ricardo here, and it was probably one of the most explosive matches of the tournament. It was quite feisty. Ricardo can be like that. We know you're like that. Is this likely to be another explosive encounter?
I think it will be. I actually thought I was going to play Scott in Deadly on and I was trying to think of a way to deal with his blind 180s because that was great on me. But obviously he got beat. So yeah, I think it's going to be, you know, I reckon 60-40 English maybe in there. I don't know the ticket sales obviously, but I think it's going to be great. You know, I think it's something that not necessarily the TV viewers would like, but I think in that venue on Monday it will be electric. I think it's going to be more football than darts, if I'm deadly honest with you. England, Germany. But listen, I know I'll go up there and I'll beat him, and that's all I've got to do.
Nathan, you've just really touched on it there, but we know that the German crowd are going to be behind their man, but is there a real danger that they're going to make it worse for themselves? Because I'm guessing that booing is going to really motivate you a lot more than what it might do other players.
100% agree. I think these dart players out there that when they get an abuse or whatever, it does affect them. I played Van Geuren in front of 12,000 people in Rotterdam and beat him 6-5 with one dart in hand. I played Gezzy in Wales in Cardiff. Once you play them, this is a piece of cake. Do you know what I mean? So if they want to boo, I don't think they will though. I think the crowd, I've watched more darts in the last 2 weeks than I've probably watched in the last 3 years. I think it's been amazing. The whole tournament's been amazing. I don't actually think there'll be any booing going on. I think the German fans will enjoy themselves, the English fans will enjoy themselves, and they'll just let us get on with it. And you know, if they're watching this and they're coming on Monday, please do that. I think it'll be a great game, but that's how I think it's going to go.
How much more do you expect from your game for the rest of this tournament? It's been 2 tough wins in the opening games, but it just feels like you're waiting to almost explode.
I'm waiting to explode. You just said it. I am, and the game feels fantastic. I feel like mentally, I'm in a fantastic, the best I've been in probably since I picked a dart up 10 years ago, mentally wise. But yeah, I'm just waiting for it all to click. I thought tonight was a night. I spoke to me hypnotherapy guy this morning, and we both said it's going to be a good day today. Sean, the sports psychologist, yesterday, he said, I feel like you're going to play well, and I really did. I didn't, but I did enough to get the job done. So, yeah, listen, there's more in the tank, as everyone keeps saying, but there is more in the tank, and you know, I need it on Monday, and hopefully it happens.
Brilliant. Thank you. Well done.
Okay.
Nathan, next up Riccardo Pietrezco.
You're German.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you see him as a darts player and as a human on the PDC tour?
Great dart player, but he's an odd character. That's all I can say. Listen, he keeps himself to himself. You know, he brings his partner with him everywhere. I don't really speak to him. Don't really know much about his life. I played him in a Grand Slam that time, and it was very odd how he performed on the stage, because he got booed the game before. But listen, I don't care what he's like as a person. I'm going up there to smash him on the dartboard, and I know I'm going to have to beat my best to beat him because he's a fantastic dart player. But I know my game, and if I go on that stage and produce what I can do, he doesn't stand a chance.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.